What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys your weekly SPY and QQQ technical analysis. But real quick, as always, if you guys do find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. Alrighty, so before hopping into the video, as always, we do want to look at the economic calendar and make note of any important economic news for next week. So as most of you guys know, the market will be closed on Monday for Memorial Day. Yay to the 3-day weekend. Trust me, as you guys continue to trade, these 3-day weekends are an absolute blessing. I know at the very beginning I was like, darn, the market is closed, but now I am very excited for these 3-day weekends. Going into Tuesday at 9 a.m., we have our home price index. That's going to be important. Also at 10 o'clock, we're going to have consumer confidence. So if you're in an open position, definitely pay attention to that. On Wednesday, we have our ADP employment at 8:15, barometer at 9:45, job openings at 10, a Fed speaker at 12:30, also a Fed speaker at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. And then we have the beige book Wednesday at 2 p.m. So that's going to be very important as well. Thursday, initial jobless claims, PMI, during the market hours. So if you are in an open position at 9:45, again, expect some volatility for the PMI. ISM at 10 o'clock as well. Construction spending, again, expect some short-term volatility if you are in an open position. And then finally on Friday, 8:30, US employment report, employment rate, hourly wages, and then hourly wages year over year. But that is going to wrap up the economic news for next week. So let's hop into the technical analysis for SPY and QQQ. So first I want to take a look at QQQ and NQ, and then we'll take a look at SPY and ES. But looking at QQQ on the weekly time frame, price is coming up to a major area of potential resistance. So as we see, if we take the all-time high from 408.7 all the way down to the yearly low, last year's low at this 254.1415 area, you can see that we had this 61.8% retracement at 349.7. If you don't know how to use Fibonacci retracements, I did upload an entire 1-hour video on my main channel, Brandon Trades. So make sure you guys definitely check that one out. The link will be down in the description. But anyways, looking at QQQ, price got very close to this area today, and that's why I do want to take a look at NQ, because NQ actually hit the retracement. And then real quick, in case you guys did not know, I do have a 450-page book on Amazon titled The New Age of Technical Analysis. So if you are looking to learn more about my overall day trading and swing trading strategy, how to find bounces, rejects, support and resistance, all the indicators I use, Fibonacci, swing trading and day trading setups I like to look for, and so much more, make sure to check out my book, The New Age of Technical Analysis, on Amazon. The link will be down in the description. For me to be bullish next week, we need to break above 349.7 to 350. If price is actually able to break above there, and this was a very large move today, so ideally on Monday or Tuesday, I would like to see a pullback. But if price breaks past 350, I mean, I don't have much until 355, and then 356.78 we actually have a daily gap. So if we zoom out to a 4-year time frame, you see right here on the daily time frame that we have this little daily gap to be filled right here from 356.78 all the way up into 360. So if price really starts pushing next week and it continues, then I will be looking for that gap to get filled to the upside. But again, this is my main reject area, so I'm very interested to see how price trades. If the market does end up topping out right around this 349.70 to 350 area, I will be looking for some Fibonacci retracements. This is the main one that I will be using from this low down here at 329.56 up to wherever the high ends up being, again, 350, 349.7, wherever it is. And then I'll be looking for bounces on the way down. Now, if the market were to pull next week, like really pull to the downside, break retracements and everything, I would be interested in trading this gap fill right here from 336.67 all the way down to the gap fill at 332.91. So that is everything that I'm going to be watching on QQQ next week. Now, if we head on over to NQ, looking at NQ on the daily time frame, it came right up into that 61.8% retracement. So if we zoom out to the weekly time frame, pivot high, pivot low, that's where our 61.8% retracement is. Previous low point over here as well. And as you can see, when price came up and it tested it the first time, and it looks like the market's getting ready to close right under that 61.8. Very first time it came up, it rejected pretty hard, came up, tried to break it again, couldn't do so in the after hours, pulled back again, rejected it right here, right back down. So going into Monday and Tuesday, I think that's really going to set the tone if we're going to break this retracement. Again, given the move that we got today into the retracement, ideally I'm looking for that pullback, but if we do start breaking and holding above this 61.8, then that does open the door for a possible continuation higher. So that's everything that I'm going to be watching on QQQ and NQ. Now, as far as SPY, looking at SPY on the daily time frame, that 420 to 420.72 has been a major area of resistance. If it is able to break above 420.72, there is a mini gap to be filled up to 421.22. So I will be looking to trade that. But then if it starts breaking above there, I mean, I really have no resistance until all the way up here at 429.6, which again, if we zoom out to the weekly time frame, we take the pivot high down to the pivot low, yearly high, all-time high at 480, all the way down to the low right here towards 384. You can see that 61.8% retracement lines right up at 429.6. And then I will be watching that all the way up into 430, potential reject. But again, that's going to be a very large move if that does end up happening. Now, if the market does top out, whether it be here or whether it be at the gap fill, I will be looking for some Fibonacci retracements. Again, taking the low to the high, wherever that ends up being. It could be right here. If that were the case, I would be watching 415.3 to 414 for a bounce. But if price really starts pulling and we retest 410, I will be watching that very closely for a bounce. 410 has just been a massive area of support on SPY. If we just go to even a 30-minute time frame, you can see bounce, 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 bounce. And then we rallied all the way up into this 420.72. So very big support down there at that 410 to 410.3. If price actually ends up breaking below it, then that opens the door down to 409. And then after that, we could test 405. But again, that's going to be a really big move. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen next week. But main areas are going to be this 420, 420.72, and then this 410 to 410.3. Watch the gap fill. Above the gap fill, it's pretty much a straight shot into that 61.8% retracement right there. And then if we head on over to ES, on ES, if we go to a 4-hour time frame, you can see that we have this 4-hour supply zone right there. Price came up into it today, was not able to break above it. So in order for me to be bullish next week, I do want to see ES clear that high up at 4227.25. And then if we zoom out to the daily time frame, there is daily supply here starting at 4279.5 all the way up to this high point right here at 4295. So if we break above this supply, it's pretty much a straight shot into this supply. And then if we zoom out to the weekly time frame and we take this pivot high right here down to this pivot low, that is also where we get our reject up at, I believe it was 4,300 to 4,310, 4,309.25. So 4,300 to 4,310 will be the next reject that I do end up watching. But that is going to wrap up this week's SPY and QQQ market update, as well as the economic calendar. As always, if you guys did find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button, as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.